Hey guys, Kyle, the Death Knight of Anime here, bringing you my double review of Eden Zero chapters 20 and 21. Yeah, that's right, I'm giving you a double review because, for some reason or another, apparently that chapter 20, it didn't really update on the manga rock app I used on the day that it was supposed to come out. So only today did both chapters 20 and 21 end up being released for me. So it's like, yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. I guess the app must have forgotten or something. I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, I'm here bringing you the double review, and to start off with, we learn the reason the girls were brought to planet Gilst is to become furniture for this toad guy. And like, don't get me wrong, as messed up as whole plan is of stripping girls naked and turning them into stone in various positions in order to in order to make them into his furniture, so to speak. It's the whole plan of him turning girls into furniture to begin with is one of those things that has me questioning how many pieces of furniture does this guy break on a daily basis that he needs to replace them with basically with all these girls. Like, I'm like him needing to even transforming girls into his furniture to begin with is messed up. But the fact that he needs to replace them, that the fact that he needs to replace his current furniture is like telling me, okay, how many times is it that you managed to break your own furniture, dude? Seriously, I think the real thing that you need to do, instead of maybe kidnapping girls, is lose some fucking weight, because obviously I think you're a little too fat. I think the reason as to why your furniture keeps breaking is because you're too fat. Okay. And secondly, I'm sure there's some there's some good resale stores around Gilst in order to buy real furniture, dude. So if you actually bought some real furniture, I don't think you need to worry about your furniture breaking. Just saying. But then again, with this guy, with this toad guy, I think he's just got a very, very weird and effed up hobby to begin with. So, uh, I guess, I guess he's eccentrically evil. I'll give him that much. I guess. I don't know. Um, and yeah, let's talk about one of the bigger reveals between both chapters, which is the fact that the leader of Rogue Out is in fact one of the Starshines, or in this case, Sister. Which, of all the theories I made about Sister, that one is the least surprising, just in how blatant it was presented, and with the fact that with the fact of there not being a whole lot of a overarching element there. But I think it's one of those things where just the fact that the reveal is so simple does kind of play into one of Mashima's strengths of always going with simplicity. And I am genuinely curious what the hell brought on this supposed personality and lifestyle change, because I want to assume that Sister wasn't always this evil. So yeah, what the so because obviously someone or something has messed with her programming or her mind or something, and as of right now, as far as what has caused this change within Sister, I'm guessing it's a computer virus of some kind. But whatever it is, I'm almost 99.9% sure on the computer virus thing. But whatever it is that's caused this change within Sister, I'm thankful for. One thing I'm thankful for right now is that her switch, like, as far as the way that the chapter built up, how this is gonna go about from here, it seems like her it seems like her switchback isn't gonna be fixed with friendship. Like, because we pretty much we in this chapter we pretty much see it was Witch at the control panel, and she recognizes that. And she recognizes an actual fact that while her identification code is the same, that there is something there that does needs to be reversed. So yeah, whatever it is, I think I'm kind of thankful as of right now that it doesn't look like that whatever needs to be fixed about Sister, it's not looking like it's going to be fixed just with the power of friendship, so to speak. Thankfully, at least for right now. But yeah. Um, Of course, even bigger than the reveal of what happened with Sister is the one we get with in chapter 21, and what we learn from Homura, which is what we learn of Homura, which is that she possesses an ether gear as well that was passed down from her master to defeat the Demon King, which would have a which could have which the way that was presented, it could have a double meaning to it. Like on one hand, in terms of the way that she ends up interacting with Shiki, it indicates that whatever the connection between her old master and the demon and pretty much and the Demon King is, or Ziggy, it sounds like it's a bit more of a friendly rivalry connection. But on the other hand, that basically full body panel when she says she inherited her power to defeat the Demon King says otherwise. So I'm not sure. So I'm not sure exactly what to pretty much make of the connection and the relationship between Homura, her master, and the Demon King, and what exactly and what defeating him and what she hopes to accomplish by pretty much defeating the Demon King. But yes, so far it kind of seems up in the air, but I'm almost positive it's a little more friendly than what Mashima might be making it out as almost. Um, also, what doesn't also what I don't think it also what doesn't really help about this whole situation with basically Homura for me is that I from basically what I remember, it seems that Homura in previous chapters had a bit of a memory loss or something like that, but in terms of the transition of her almost gaining her memory back in these two chapters, it was really the transition between her having lost memories and her regaining her memories between these two chapters. It was really rushed because I didn't see any indication of her regaining her memories in chapter 20, and her regaining her memories all kind of happened in chapter 21. So it's like, yeah, I'm not 100% sure on how I feel about Homura regaining her memories. Everything like surrounding her with her using her ether gear and whatnot, that shit was badass. But again, in terms of the transition of her regaining her memories and remembering her master's wish and whatnot, that shit was kind of okay. But one thing I did notice about chapter 20 is how subtle it actually was with portraying the sort of Weiss's development. I mean, if you really look at the one page in chapter 20, that conversation between him and Pino, that conversation between him and Pino, you could clearly see there's a bit of a conflict and there's a bit of a conflict that's brewing within Weiss, and the cogs are starting turning in his head about what he feels so far about his whole, about being called the fact that he's a nice person and whatnot. Like he's lived his life as basically a schemer and a thief and whatnot, but this time he's actually being almost praised as a hero. So yeah, I'm really curious as to where it's definitely different for Weiss, I'm sure, and I'm curious as to where this is gonna lead him, because it should be interesting for sure. And yeah, I think this whole thing with Weiss is gonna draw basically a line and a conflict between the man he currently is and the one he'll more than likely become. Like, again, this is just the start of his development, but it's going in a nice direction I like so far, and just from one page too. So good on that. And okay, hands down, the creepiest moment in the chapter was basically that panel of Sister saying she'll turn everyone's dead bodies into her toy soldiers, which is again, is creepy enough as it is, but that also indicates to me that something, that whatever has made her into the way she is now, again, kind of feeding off the possibility of a computer virus, it almost seems like it's almost plausible that her power has been corrupted in some ways. Well, and I'll give Mashima this. I'm actually kind of scared to find out exactly what the whole thing of her turning dead bodies into toy soldiers actually entails. Like, yeah, kind of creepy there. But yeah, guys, that's my review. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Facebook, AniList, or Crunchyroll. That night of anime, signing off. Later, guys.